one night here. This is our first day. So far we've done nothing. So I came up with sort of a small challenge to not speak until 12 p.m. on the first day, which worked out pretty well. Oh, the rain's coming in. That's nice. It's funny, we were trying to come up with songs last night. And the point you just made, you said this is why the pyramids were built. So give your reasoning for that.
So I found this book here, Old Man in the Sea. It's a book I'd been wanting to read for a long time, and I just never got around to it. It was just here, so I started reading last night. I probably read for about an hour, and I'm on page 70. I'm almost done with it. I can't remember the last time I read a book like this straight, nonstop. Like, I mean, we took a walk, I did some writing, but I kept coming back to the book because I kind of want to finish it before we leave. I haven't done that, like, I don't think ever. So it just made me think, like, without the distractions of our phones and social media and videos, like, what else do I want to do today? I wrote 5 pages this morning. That's just something I don't do because I'm hearing things, there's distractions, and I'm willing to give into those distractions, but there's nothing here. This makes you understand when you think about the pyramids, and you're like, how could they create this? It makes you understand, like, how could they not?
They had to make up some work. There was nothing to do. And they talk about that, like why there are these crazy ancient architecture. Why would there be a civilization that built an entire, an enormous statue? For what? What was the reasoning? But you got to keep the population busy. You got to build some sort of commerce. If people are all gravitating to one area, that means there's going to be traders. There's going to be an economy in, a city or a location or some place, and you have to keep everybody busy. Are we just doing busy work outside of this?
Being alive
is busy.
It's all about being busy. Look at animals outside, like squirrels digging for nuts and birds singing, going through the trees. We can't help, like, even here, we can't just sit here and stare. We can't help ourselves. We have to start reading or taking walks or writing or drawing or taking video.
But we could have done none of that. That's like what this place promotes almost in the book. I was reading through their little guidebook, the Getaway guidebook, and they were talking, they mentioned music, like what was the last song you sang out loud, and did you sing to anyone? And we did that last night. We were in bed trying to figure out lyrics. I couldn't remember a melody. You couldn't remember a single melody. There's songs that I know.
They come out and you're in them. You're singing them.
And it was funny because all the songs we were bringing up were pretty much from 20 years ago.
I couldn't even remember the melody. I'm like, wait, what are the words? How am I drawing a blank right now?
And these are songs that normally, if they come on, we can sing them. Like, I know, you know the words. But it was a lot of fun because we spent like an hour trying to sing.
Yeah.
And nothing came to mind. And then that also made me think of all the new stuff that we're getting into. Like, we're not retaining it. Either it hasn't been around long enough or it just isn't vital.
It makes you think, too, like being here and not being able to remember some of your favorite songs. It's like everything is silent and there's no running engine. I'm
finally quiet. And I was thinking about what we are exposed to, what we see, because I just blew my nose now. Like in the middle of this video, you'd never see that on TV. You never see anyone sneeze. If you see it, it's like a blooper.
Yeah. Right?
It's like you're not supposed to see reality. You're supposed to see a nice, clean, edited photo, edited video. There was a Gordon Ramsay video where I think every 4 seconds there was a cut. And it was like a 4-minute video. And he was just cooking, like, he was like, I'm going to put this together. And it was like, chop, 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 chop. Yeah, this cabin is pretty awesome because you can see it's essential. It's not to be lived in. It's for renting because there is no storage, like I mentioned yesterday when we first got here. This doesn't seem small at all. If we had an apartment like this, I would say it worked. It would work. I mean, the toilet situation is strange. It's an electric toilet with a foil, with space foil. They make a joke about it. You can flush like normal, but it's like a sausage maker for poop. Just look up how to make sausages. That's what it does. It doesn't smell or anything in here. It's not bad. It's not like we've been puking our brains out or like had massive diarrhea. So is it composting toilet just there? There's no flushing? Is it just
I have no idea.
a pile? That's one thing we would have to figure out.
Yeah.
Getaway! Cut!
So I put my cell phone half of the trip in a cell phone lockbox and I left it there and it died on me.
Because it was searching for signal all day.
That thing has got extra signal signal drain. I don't know if he understands that. No TV, no internet, no walk down to the local store.
I'll take a picture of the lockbox.
You just gotta sit there it's in your cabin, like a hunting cabin.
Was it napkin?
We didn't talk for 4 hours. What?
6 hours.
Oh yeah, I got it.
It was 6 hours because we went over. He'll do this way. Say, ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? He'll be like,
people live like this.
Buy stuff from pre-made from Whole Foods. You can't.
That's what I want. I just want one window with this view.
I mean, that's a giant window. I feel more tired here. I see that sun come up and I'm like, nah.
I know, you were trying to take naps.
No.
You know why? Because you got nothing else to occupy your brain, you know, yeah. No.
I finally let go.
Stimulating yourself.
I finally let go. I'm gonna leave here at 8.
Yeah.
I think we'll be home by 10-ish.
The longest day of my life yesterday.
This has been a pretty long morning. You gotta think this is about the same amount of time, in terms of what time we got up to now, this is about the same amount of time it takes us to get like ready for work and on the road.
And I feel like that goes by I feel like we get up at 5:30 and we already have to leave. I shouldn't have ate those cookies. They weren't worth it.
Even in the big pack, they're not worth it. Those Tate's cookies,
You should have said, really?
I'm not gonna ruin your experience. Tate's ate for me. One, there were like 5 cookies in there. This
and
there
they're
was like
super,
6. And they were thin and crispy. And they were like that weird texture where it was oily.
With like this powder on them.
Just outside of that oil is the powder. They have that kind of cotton candy texture to them where they kind of melt a little bit. But they're hard at the same time, like caramel. And you're like, what kind of cookie is this?
Yeah, it was not worth it. The coffee was the best part. I wrote 10 pages.
I have 3 pages of stuff.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about being away from the internet?
You feel out of the loop. I wonder how many, so this, I don't know that I'd do YouTube if YouTube didn't exist. I wonder how many people are doing YouTube now because it exists. You know what I mean? Because it's there.
They wouldn't pursue it otherwise.
They wouldn't have a place to do it. They wouldn't come up with ideas. They wouldn't be able to focus on creating something because their art is YouTube.
I mean, if given the choice between YouTube and writing and both of them to make me money, I would of course pick writing.
Yeah, of course. Because you're not.
I feel like I always have this struggle, this duality of posting and wanting to have nothing to do with it. Like, we filmed a lot here, and it wasn't too much. It was perfect. And I wanted to capture everything here. And the experience we had and the feeling.
Yeah, I also realized that this place didn't really inspire me to create something else. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I have all these ideas now.
Yeah.
I did feel better. Like, I felt like, so we were talking about it, and the thing about this place is that gets to you is like you're missing out on your routine. So having your routine, the coffee shop that you go to, the places that you like, having all of those things, and having a lay of the land, so like knowing the area, knowing how to get out of here. I haven't driven in 2 days. So it feels very different than like coming in here and, you know, just being stuck here. And being home feels like you're out there, you're moving around, you're functioning, not necessarily in the best environment all the time, but it's just differently. It's not, I don't want to say better, but it's different. This could be better if you build a routine, if you build those things. And then I could see it moving things in a more creative direction. But as it stands, coming out here was just a nice refresh. It was like a nice way to clear your head, clear your thoughts, to then now be able to, like, I want to go back with like these, it's almost like new polished eyes.
This, yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I didn't have all these ideas flooding into me, like, oh, now I got all this. But it was very calm. Like,
you let go.
My mind could shut off, and you could just be.
Yeah, I mean, part of that is not having to deal with your own groceries, your dishes, your stuff. That's a big part of it. The fact that you feel calm is like, I don't have to clean here. I don't have to do this. And if we gone out to eat while we were here, we would have felt that even more, because we would have, or maybe less, because we're like, we have to figure out where to go eat. We have to figure out where to go eat. But now introducing that and just being here and being kind of self-sufficient for the last 2 days has been really good. Yeah, it's like no new ideas came, but a better idea is, I'm taking a better idea.
You think when you go back, you're going to be able to do something?
You're saying I'm doing nothing?
No, I'm saying, like, you're saying you don't have any new ideas, but you think, like, if you go back, you'll get new ideas?
Yeah, this is a bookmark in my life. And I was saying earlier, I was reflecting on a video there, on a clip for this video. And I was saying earlier that it's been a nice refresh. That's really what it's been. It's just been a way to sort of see things new again. Yeah. Which also makes me think, like, moving, now how much we wanted to move, it's really not going to push us, at least not right away. It's not going to push us, like, it's not like we're going to move and suddenly have all this inspiration just because we have some windows, we have some nature. So that's why I'm kind of happy that we didn't move. I'm like, the more and more the decision seems like, it seems like we made the right decision, because it probably wouldn't have felt different, and it just would have been more stress.
Yeah.
At that time. Now I feel like we can, because we said no. Sometimes you gotta say no to the first one. Because you say no, or at least the first couple ones, you have more power. You have more strength. We're getting out there.
This is the longest hour. We said we'd leave at 8 o'clock. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's just very bizarre to me.
There's nothing going on. There's no movement. You want to stay till 8?
Yeah.
Ah.